Hi guys, good evening to all. Welcome to this channel, Coding. Today we are going to learn the functions, and today's topic is completely about functions and how to define functions and functions of various types and more. Firstly, I'm going to explain the features about the functions. And functions facilitate this reusability of code. That means the function itself is used for multiple times. They prevent code repetition. That means we call in a function another type of another code. We can just call the function to define a value. That is very useful for not repeating many values or variables. Okay, type of functions: built-in functions and user-defined functions. Built-in functions such as the print, input, length, type, list to append. Print it means like to print the values of the output page, and the input we are going to input the user to give the chance to give the value, and length is means like how much length it has, and the list is we clearly we say previously we learned that list is mutable and it is denoted with the square brackets. Append means we going to append the new value to the existing list or anything in existing variable. User defined functions. That means the function that we are by using our known knowledge to create it. They are created by user developers to solve a problem statement. Okay, user defined functions. That consists of two parts: function definition and function calling. And they like a function means we are going to define a function, and the function calling is we can just call the functions. Okay, type of user defined functions. There are two types of function. There are two types of user defined functions. They are non-parameterized and parameters. We are going to learn better. Firstly, non-parameterized function. Write a function to some of the two numbers. That means they are not in the order like does not take any arguments. That means non-parametric function does not take any arguments. Um, when you create instance across the non-parametric, like is used to initialize the default values or something, but we are going to define the values that we are on. Okay, we can clearly delete this code. Okay, firstly we are going to define a function. First, we are going to define a function. How to define that? We are going to define that means def space and the function and that is any name you want. I'm going to give the sum to sum and then sorry. Okay. Firstly, I'm going to give an assignment variable int. I'm going to use input built-in function enter first. Now be equal to int input enter second name. Print the addition. We are going to printing that a plus b. Okay, I'm going to we are define a function that a is equal to this number and b is equal to this number, and we are going to print the a plus b value. That means addition. I'm just calling the function that means like the output is should be like anything you want. I'm just calling the function that is this function. This is the name that I calling sum to null. Sorry, this is not running right. Uh, it can be visible right. Sorry for the inconvenience. First, I'm going to enter the first number 45. The second number 152. And here we can clearly see that right now the sum to a equal to the first number, b is equal to number, and the third is then a plus b. Yeah, so just wondering how should we input that works that has an input. Input is function. We have clearly seen that right now. It is going to be asked the user like me for numbers anything. First 54 and the second number that I want to 88. But the printing value that we like it's okay. Means print area of a circle using its radius as user input. That means I'm just calling in another creating another function that is area of circle. We can know that area of circle is code that okay. I'm just writing the code right now. Area of circle is equal to 3.44 into 3.14 into r into r. That means 22 by 7 into r square. Area of circle. That means area of circle. Okay, and the radius would be floating radius. It's something. Radius is like int of which like that means it's supposed to be in or float. I'm just entering the float value. It is an input for user to take it, and I'm just entering the radius. The next thing would be area. Then like I'm just setting the area. What it should be like 3.14 into star. That is r the printing the area okay. I'm just building the code right now. Okay. And I'm just calling the function that is area of circle. That's nice. Okay. I don't understand why is it so late. So late. Yeah, I'm really asking the value. Like 4, entering the radius would be 4, and the area should be 3.24. I'm just calling in another value, and then having 88. Oh, the area of the circle, right? The next thing we are going to printing the perimeter diagonal perimeter. That means we are going to print the length and breadth and as well as the perimeter, the diagonal. Okay, I'm just creating another function that is a def that is dial something there is anything you want. No diagonal perimeter. Okay, of the rectangle. That means rectangle should be like a area of something. Rectangle. So that's nice. And yes, assigning the length and breadth values. That is int input from the user and enter the length and the length and b and int input and breadth. And yeah, just going to specify the breadth. Firstly, b is equal to breadth. I mean, that is it is containing half of the length. That means a by one, a by one, and perimeter is equals to 2 into length into breadth. 2 into length into breadth. Length, sorry, length into the length plus breadth. Sorry. And the diagonal should be length square plus breadth square. That means the diagonal should be length square plus breadth square into square into 0.1 root over length square plus breadth square. That is going to return in this format. That is going to be like 0.5. Okay. Nextly, I'm going to print every one of them. Print breadth, breadth, comma b, and next perimeter. Next length is supposed to be close brackets. Okay, is L and comma, and next thing would be perimeter. Perimeter that is same as the perimeter that we are going to give it. Nice. And close it and run the diagonal. It is supposed to be the diagonal and it is named same as the okay. I'm printing each and every value. Oh, it's not taking any input. No problem. So, yeah. I'm not calling the function. That's the problem. Sorry for the inconvenience. Okay. For this time, I'm just calling the function that is that very rectangle. Nice. Enter the length. The length is supposed to be 40 and the width supposed to be 7. Something 7. In area. So 6. Oh, okay. Specifying the area. That is the proper word. Area is equals to length into breadth. That is. And I'm going to print the area also. Area. And that is okay. Okay, that is fine. Okay, that is 50 something and 25. Yes, sorry, these it's great to see every solve Sunday. They're taking every these functions. They're taking solving every error. Okay, okay. Breadth breadth is 25 and the length 50 and the perimeter should be 140.0. The diagonal 55 from the area is equal to 50. That's awesome. That is awesome. Nice. Okay. Here we can compute the sim distance and time as per your user inputs. Okay. We can create this delete right now. I'm just calling like starting from starting to end. I'm just explaining the code right now for you for understanding. Okay. And creating another function that is speed calculator. Okay, that's enough, I think. Okay. First distance. How are you going to calculate the speed? That means distance and time. That is, I mean, speed is equal to distance by time, right? That's distance by time. Okay, that's the problem with that we are that I you was using. Distance is equals to from the user, take the distance, int input and entering the distance. Another distance. Okay, that's nice. And the second thing would be the time. That means it is also in the format of float. Like it is not depend on like something like 14.2 seconds or something. That's why I'm just entering the float value. Time. That means G is equals to okay. We can for understanding person just redefining into for distance. Okay, that's nice. And I'm just using the float and put that's nice and the time. The time. And just applying the formula that we are using, that is distance by time. That is just we are going to write every that is right now this well distance distance by time in the format of kilometer per hour. Okay. Okay, this is done. And there's calling a function that is speed speed calculator. Yeah, enter the distance. That is something like 100 kilometer, 100. The time should be 400 kilometers. I say, suppose 1 hour, 180 minutes or something, 1.20 minutes. The distance by time. That means the speed is equals to 83.333 something. That's the time. Okay. Um, just calling the same function for another value. And the distance should be 20 kilometers and time should be 10, 2 kilometers per hour. The speed is equal to kilometers per hour. Okay, here we can clearly see that the non-parametric functions are to be defined, like verified. That means the values that we are using, we are just assigning the values that into something. That is the problem. That is the non-parametric functions. Here we can clearly see the parametric functions is one or more details of functions are defined as a parameters. Instead of being defined in the function, they have to pass in the calling code. That means, sure, we can clearly see that right now it is something like we're asking the n of input and it is printed the one printed the output one or two more outputs. Okay, I'm just writing the code right now, understanding. Hmm. Writing code either to check if a given number is even or odd. Okay, first do something. even or and first we are going to here we did not give any input straightly to the problem, that is if n sorry what's the term? N is divisible by 2, that is supposed to be even. That means that is supposed to be even. Print the n is even. Print the n even. Or else print n is odd. And here we are going to mention the functions that are even, odd, and just entering the value that is 17. And well, again, I'm calling the same function and for something like 12. Okay, it's saying it is a position to be different. For that purpose, I'm just okay. Okay, let's name it again. Okay. Oh, so many values. That means the total times to be 1 is odd, the 17 is odd. Okay, okay. Okay, further that, I'm just no, why is so much printed? I think it is supposed to be oh. Use the down that okay. The next thing is using on just simply by value that is half. Yes, sir, right. Even also this time. Mm, this is the now I think that is supposed to be 4. Okay. You can create the full thing. Ah, yeah. We solved the error. That's nice. Okay, this time I'm just giving the user to print the output. That is n equal to int input and then we have verb. Okay, this can okay. 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 Asking the number that is 54. Let's verifying it. What is it? The difference between the previous code and this code. Okay, that's nice. Here we are going to print the table format. We have like it's been like a great time to name the table right now. Okay. And we are just going to print the table format. That is supposed to be this like this. If 5 ones are 5, 5 twos are 10, that is up to. How we are going to define that? That means we are going to simply using that function that is table function. But we are going to define that table. Put any table you want. That is n or something n. Okay, sorry for mistake. And in that, I'm just using the loop for I in range from 1 to 1 comma 10, 1 comma 11. That means 1 to 10. It is countable. But this time, for in range of 1 to 10, 1 to 11, print n. That means there's the number we entered, print, and that is supposed to be, we are going to print it like star. Nothing next is I. What's supposed to be printed, comma, and the next thing would be equal to, sorry, equal to comma, and that is n plus I, the final value. Okay. Here we can just calling the function that is table n. It means we are just entering the table that we are going to form. The quantity table. Means so I see understand it. Mm, 0% that means the problem is supposed to be oh okay okay. I'm not entering the n value in there, so that's why it is going to be printed like that. Okay, Okay, that means okay, it's fine. Okay. And just entering the distance. Okay. Okay. This time, we are going to enter the n value in the table. That's why it is going to be entered. But this time, it is totally work right. And for 1 to range, for 1 to 11, that means 1 to 10 range. This name starting from 1 number to 10 level. For suppose I'm going to enter, for suppose 20, it is going to print it for the 19 or for the 19, not 20. So I'm able to print the 20 also, we are going to give in the number 21. 5 as well as this time. Okay. But able to this time, we are going to use this chance to get the user. That means simply writing the same code, but changing some small change. That is reading that delete this value and mention the n value should be int input enter the table you want to print. Enter the table that you to print. Okay. Deleting these values for quality reasons. Okay. Yes. Here we have totally seen these values. Enter something like 40th table. Is the reverse order of the table. For starting number should be 10 and the second the last number should be 0. That means from 1. And we are going to print the reverse value that is supposed to be in the 10, 9 something. For normal value, I'm just entering 1 comma 11. That is something 7th table here. Okay. The next thing we are going to print it right now is supposed to be the position arguments and default arguments. Default arguments parameters initialized by default values. So yeah, yesterday we have seen that the default value is supposed to be in the list or in the table that we are using in the dictionary. The default which is supposed to be in none. We are just assigning the default values in the variable that we are using in the function. Detailed in the function definition, they are used when the corresponding argument is not passed where function is called. There. Okay. Default value is something that is the default. Everyone can understand that, right? Position arguments have defined first in the left to right order. That means indexing something, starting from 0 to ending. That is followed by default arguments. And then passed on to the default examples. Here we can clearly see the definition. And I'm writing a code that is the definition function 1 a comma b comma c. That is c is equal to 6 and r is equal to b into a minus ca. That means we don't know the value of a comma b comma c. I'm just c is equal, sending the c is equal to 0. Okay, for printing the r function one, that means a value is equal to 2 and the b value is equal to be 3 and the 4 value is equal, the c value is equal to be 4. Here, here we can clearly see that right now. A comma b, that means a b, that is 3, 3 into 2. A is supposed to be 2, right? 3 into 2 minus 4 is equal to 6, is equal to 2. That is going to be 20. The stem also, I'm just entering the two values, that is not c value is going to be default. That means c value is fixed to 6. I'm just second time, I'm just entering the two values, that is a comma b, that is 5 comma 2. That means 2 into 5 minus automatically minus 6. 2 comma 2 is to 5, the 10, 10 minus 6 is equals to 4. Okay. For second time, and this default value is supposed to be 5. That means b equal to, I assign the default value, that is 5. And it is not going to work because we are now giving the function to analyze the value that we are going to take. For that, non-default arguments follows default arguments. You can clearly see that right now. Non-default, that means non-default argument that is not followed by default arguments. It is a left to right order, not supposed to be in this order. He's not going to write it this way. First, that I'm just entering the C, so not C. F equal to A plus B plus B plus C. Nice. Okay. And the next thing would be print. Print F. And we are going to mention the values that we are using. Function 2, C2. Supposed to be value supposed to be 2 comma b value not given. That is C 6. That means b value we are going to 6, but this is going to be assigned to the b value also, not C, because the non-default argument not follows default argument. That means we are starting from this value to ending. Then the default value does not come in order. That's why it is supposed to be 4. Okay, we can clearly see that right now. Comma 2. Okay, hold it right now. We see that non-default argument follows. Okay, I'm just changing some small change. Not B, C is equal to 6. Not 6, that's it for first part. This time it is going to be 1. No, value. Okay, it is not working going to work right now. I'm just clearing that value. I'm just entering A plus B plus C. That is going to be working. That's why it is not assigned to that value, that thing. Okay. Why is something this about different machine? Okay, okay, okay. Yes, clearly. Yeah, that means but earlier the index value is supposed to be not in the order, but that's for the purpose the code does not execute the same. That's why it is not this output supposed to be so empty. This time the output is 10. I'm just explaining the output right now for you understanding correctly. That is starting from A, that is 2 plus 6. 2 plus 6, how much? 2 plus 6, 8. 8 plus 2, 10. That's right. It is supposed to be. Return is only used in the insert functions for that return. The return has to be last statement in a function. Return has to be last statement in a function. But this is the function, right? The return has to be last in the function for that to work right now. Return can be used only once in a function, excluding if else or else if conditions. For if else or I think functions, we are that is going to be for multiple times. For normal cases, the return is supposed to be only one. Any code written below the return keyword will not be generated. Okay. This is the code that I've written. After written, I like A is equal to read appreciate. Printing A is not working. Learning Python, allow plus name, that is name that we are going to give in, that is Abhishek. Call in the function, the name. Call in the function that is going to be name. Okay. Any code written below that will not be executed, right? Okay, I'm just entering the print. Some printing statement or not hello. Something start. Okay. Well, it is not generated this way. For printing this value, I'm just a small change that is going to be this. That's 7. Okay, that's fine. But this time should look like a this time see learning Python and start and help. Hello, the name server will be Abhishek. That's is really fun. If written cannot be used to generate a sequence, written not generated sequence, right? If multiple written statements are used, only the first written statement is considered valid. That means written can be used only once in excluding results or conditions. Is function 3 that is written 10, written outcome is supposed to be taking only 10 and just within this value and return this time outcome is written. Okay, return after return that is not going to work right now, right? Multiple returns. Only the first return value to be considered, right? Return Chill. That is to be step. Okay. Return cannot generate a sequence in range from 0, 1 to 3. For return, not generate a sequence. Function calling, and it's supposed to be I is a function that is taking the 4 value, that is 0, 1, 2, 3, and the return by using return cannot generate a sequence. I hope you enjoyed this session, guys. These are the questions that I prepared for like operating code or something. These questions are supposed to be clear in the next session. Thank you for today, guys. Thank you for seeing this video. I hope you learned something new. And yeah, in this I think in today's video, we're going to solve numerous errors and we will be able to perform a perfect code for the output. Thank you guys for your cooperation and understanding me very well. Thank you so much. Signing off.